232 bowlers began competition last Monday, and today the final 5 meet for the top prize of $10,000 as ABC Sports moves to Adelphi, Maryland on the 1979 Pro Bowlers Tour. Today, it's the $80,000 Fairlanes Open. Match number 1 in 5th place, an 11-year veteran, Tita Semez. He'll meet the 4th place bowler, Keith Craycraft, looking for his first PBA title. The winner of this first match will challenge George Pappas with 5 PBA titles. And the winner of that game will meet the number 2 bowler, Larry Laub, winner of 10 PBA titles. Then that winner will bowl for the championship against Paul Moser, the tournament leader for the 2nd time this year on the Pro Bowlers Tour. And now, before a capacity crowd here at the Fairlanes University at Adelphi, Maryland, our tournament leader, shooting first, is the lefty. And there's the man that won the semifinal by 3 pins over Tita Semez. Moser averaging 248 on this pair. And the crowd gave you the real reaction to the leave here on the left lane.
And a bad break to start the matches, Chris. We've said that Moser's been unlucky. Nothing could be much unluckier than this. Watch the head pin go to the sideboard, knock the 3 pin out. Instead of getting the 3-5-6 spare, which is equivalent to the 2-4-5 on the right, he has a very difficult split to start the match off with.
Wow. And opens here in the very first frame of the championship match, worth $10,000 to the winner, 6 to the loser. And here's Larry Laub, who just won by 3 pins, 196 to 193 over Tita Semez, shooting on the right lane. Another 10, which he was plagued with in the previous game.
Has just not seemed to have been able to carry today. The solid 10, there's not much you can do about it. Larry Laub usually does not get tapped that much because of that nice smooth delivery he has, but today it hasn't cost him anything yet. He won his first match in a squeaker, 196 to 193. With a spare, he'll have a 10-pin lead early in this match.
So Larry Laub marked to the spare in the first frame of this championship game.
Larry Laub, quite a credit to professional bowling. He's been out here for many years, had a few slumps, goes home, works on his game, has been very successful on the tour financially and with being a goodwill ambassador for bowling around the country.
Winner of 10 titles, 3 in 1 year. This year we have had not more than a 1 tournament victory for any of the professional bowlers. All right. That's what he was looking for. Now Paul Moser, actually from Medford, Massachusetts, but his sponsor's from Somerset, so he lists that lovely town as his home base. 2nd appearance on the Professional Bowlers Tour this year. We're 2nd in the Showboat Invitational. Leaving a 4 on a high hit.
That was just a pull shot. Paul has a tendency to get a little fast with his feet. As you see, he's only 5'4", but a very stockily built, strong, 150 pounds. But he has a tendency to get up to the foul line a little too fast and get that arm away from the body. In other words, the left arm away from the right leg. You have to keep it in close to keep the ball under control.
There you saw his open. In the first frame, that is. So it's another spare in this final game.
Wife Debbie looks on. Such a pleasant couple they are. They work at their game of bowling. Both easygoing personalities. Everybody likes them.
And members of the mobile home set going from city to city.
Bowling against the grandfather of the mobile home set, the man who started it all, Larry Laub, who owns 2 of them. One he rents out as an investment.
Oh, Paul Moser, the 31-year-old, just having all sorts of problems.
Chris, I spoke to the right-handed players before we went on the air. They said that the left-hand lane, the one that Moser's been light on, hooks more for him. Moser, being the left-handed player, to show the difference on the left side of the lane, says that 33 is the tighter of the 2 lanes. By that, he means he can't get the ball up, has left a very difficult 3, 5, 6, 10 spare.
leaving 3 pins, and it's his second open frame here in the final game.
And he's really opened the door for Larry Laub. 28 pins through 3 frames. Laub can open to a 38-pin lead, only 3 frames into the match. The tournament leaders have had their troubles.
Pin.
And it's almost like highway patrol they call out here. 10-4, 10-4, 10-4. That's all Laub's been leaving. In the pocket, in the pocket. But that's great match game strategy. You're not going to beat yourself by hitting the pocket. You get the breaks, you'll shoot the big games.
And with silky smoothness, marks with a spare.
Larry Laub qualified 24th in this tournament, Chris. After 18 games of qualifying, he was 24th spot, just one position from not even being in the finals with a chance at the telecast. And here he's come from 24th to a shot at the title. 24th to 1st. Great possibility.
Doesn't use much of the approach. Didn't get the 6-pin on the right lane.
Broke up the 4-6 split. Once again, for the left-handed player, Moser, he says this lane is hooking more, and you can see it. He's been high on this lane every shot. Tripped the 6-pin in the 6th frame, but there he got the high hit and broke up the 4-6 split.
All right, a very close final game, and we've had them all year long. And of course, a little earlier, I mentioned to you that next week we'd be in Overland Park, Kansas, 2 weeks from today in Milwaukee, then in Garden City, and 4 weeks from today in Windsor Locks, Connecticut for the $125,000 United States Open. And Nelson is the defending champion.
Still have a championship to be cited right here, Chris. Moser going at a 2:01 pace, Laub at a 2:19 pace. 9th frame.
A 7.
The hit that has plagued this young man so many times on national television. Here it is from a low angle on the left side. You can see he's playing around the 12th board from the left channel, but watch the 4-pin on the lower part of your screen. Bingo, right around the 7. That's the left-hander's answer to the solid 10.
I love that angle.
Great shot. Moser's predicament now is make the 7-pin and possibly strike out for a 210. Laub just needs to mark to win the tournament in the 9th and 10th. Laub with the strike working in the 8th. If he strikes here in the 9th, it's not for sure, fellas. Laub through 8, strike working, 2:19 pace. Strike in the 9th frame here would lock up the tournament. If he spares, he needs a good mark in the 10th to win.
Larry Laub giving it his all, remembering that he won his last title in Buffalo on the summer tour this past summer, and he'd like to get back as groovy as he was in 1974 when he won 3 titles. And you see Pam, those pretty eyes looking up at that score sheet.
See if we can get Laub to smile now. He's really a personable young guy, but he is so methodical on those lanes, so deep in concentration.
Pam Laub is happy for her 31-year-old, or rather 35-year-old husband, Larry Laub of Santa Rosa, California. So he's found his winning ways after averaging 221 this week. And he's $10,000 ahead. And for the loser, Paul Moser, the tournament leader, he picks up a check for 6.